Okay, we are now streaming on the YouTube side again, I believe. Yes. Hello, YouTube. It's good seeing you. I apologize for etc., 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 and all that jazz. Okay, back in again. We save every month, so we should be at war still. You watch me on both simultaneously, you absolute hero. Thank you for that. I also just realized I haven't had my YouTube chat open at all today. Now, usually YouTube viewers do not talk at all, so it's fine. But with that said, I feel like I should have it open as a, hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well, ma, etc., etc., etc. Okay, hello YouTube. I have the chat room open now. If you're real and want to say hi, that's fine. Oh my goodness. Chat on Twitch, watch on TV. That works. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, back to the game once more. So, just as the game crashed, I saw some pop-up that I hadn't seen before. It looked like a chair, to be honest, but I do not know what it actually was. And so if anyone knows what the chair thing is, please tell me. That'd be pretty great. Hello, Brandito! Brandito, you're real. Thanks for being here, my friend. Yeah, YouTube. God. So we were in the process of worrying about Croatia from the south. Unmarried heir. But our heir is 0. So I don't think we would have seen a baby get married pop up. But maybe. But maybe. I don't want to say that's not true, of course. Okay. Right. We were just offloading this army as we believe the Hungarian army... I think we finished this siege. We then moved forward and met the Hungarian army here. Okay. This time, for some reason, the AI decided to be more aggressive than previously and meet my unloading troops right here. They're going to arrive at 5 p.m. in 2 days. You will arrive before that. So they're trying to catch us offloading. I think they failed in doing so. Okay. So successful siege here. If the Hungarians are playing the same, their army is right here. I'm going to step into Strib via this path and see what we find. That'd be an easier way to drop back to support the siege. Okay. I believe this is just levy on levy action. We don't have a general. Alright, good win everybody. Bosnia hath lost there. Okay, we discussed previously and took this fellow because he's a good all-arounder, I believe. And then you are the Hungarian hammerers. Hammerers. Looks very strange. Be good though. Okay. Well done to you all. I believe I then said yes. I then said I wanted to move over another half of this army. We don't need everyone behind. So you split. I then decided to rename this army as like the defenders of... No, that's Dalmatia in the north. So the... oh boy, Naples... Ninjas? What's the word for defending starting with an N? Knight is the obvious alliterative move. Naples Army. To be renamed at some point, I'm sure. It's smaller half army. Y'all shift over here. We need your assistance. Now, is it possible to have a character that runs fast? Is that a thing in this game? Like, peasant commanders I'm looking for, frankly. Looks like no. Hey, Gab, on a scale from 1 to 10, how is this game? So I'm gonna tell you honestly, I've had 3 moments in this game. My first 2 days of playing, I couldn't give the game a real rating because I was so confused. And so at that point, I was annoyed with the game. And so I would probably say a 4 at that point. I played through it, I was like, okay, this is a 5. I'm going to keep going. I then decided to do a start in Japan, and that 5 score dropped to a 1. It is one of the first days I've ever said, I hate the game I'm playing. This is not good. And I nearly abandoned it at that point. I was so unhappy. But in the past 3 days, I've been playing this start in Naples. I know what I'm doing. I'm making only limited errors, I think. And the game's like a 9 now. It opened up and showed me its possibilities. And yeah, if you can get past that initial, oh my goodness, there's nothing here for me other than pain and confusion and embarrassment, then you'll be good. I think this game is amazing. Scale of 1 to 10, I vote a 9. Friends, how do you vote on this one? What is the number you would say to our fine first-time chatter there, offering a suggestion or a question, rather? I'd love to know what you think. Absolutely love it. Taco Trucks, always a pleasure, my friend. Hope things are going A-okay for you. Okay, we're gonna give the nobility a commander also. Now, these are commanders only to get them across the ocean. Once they're across, there it is. There is the army. It's a great game, needs balancing, as always, as always. Now, a great game needs balancing is not a number. We need to reduce to a number. All things are quantifiable. If not quantifiable, they don't exist. If you believe that, I encourage you to go read a little essay called On the Crisis of the Sciences. It's a good one, for sure. 9 out of 10. Yeah, same as me. 9 out of 10. It might be the novelty that makes me feel that way, but it's a nice feeling. It's such a great feeling to play EU5. It's such a happy feeling. My God, I'm alive. I don't know. Let's engage in CK3. Absolutely. If you want to have a storyline with roleplay, this game does not do that much. It's more like Hearts of Iron in that respect. Namely, you're playing the life of a nation and making decisions from that perspective, as opposed to others. Okay, luckily this army here is fleeing, so they can't engage my army. We didn't get as strong of a roll this time as last time. Okay. Oh! We got caught out. That's not great. Alright, we got a better opening roll. Thank goodness for that. The first army with my various knights and such. The Queen's Glory, we'll call them. I need them to hightail it to this battle. I do not... Oh, can you not go over here? It doesn't directly connect? That's a passage. What do you mean you have to go around? I understand that this right here is non-passable, but I want to say... Okay, they may not get there in time. Oh boy, team. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Queen's Glory is coming to save them. We're taking huge damage on both sides. Okay. It may not make sense to abandon the siege. Okay, all y'all load on in. Yeah, they can't hold long enough. Back on in you go. We lost the battle. Rough. We learned a lot, but we lost the battle. Okay, they're continuing on this way. I wonder if I'm going to try to do an end around or what exactly. There may be a fort blocking access. I always forget about fort movement in this game. Yeah, because they might be walking right in right now. There is a possibility they're going straight in. Oh no! We combined the army as the Hungarian Hammerers. No. The big army must become the Queen's Glory. This is the roleplay portion for you all. The Queen's Glory persists all of the days. Okay. What general did I have leading everyone? I think it was the consul's a naval commander. Now, Crescenio I know you're one of the possible generals. Okay. We're going to have another army over very soon. They're going to get the defensive bonus. Okay, no, they are going around. They're not coming straight down. Not sure they even can come straight down. Okay, big army ready to join us. I do not know if this will be enough. I might... Oh, gosh, here we go. From the mountains, the Huns doth come. Okay. So we have very similar... Wait, who am I? I'm this side, sorry. We have very similar stats on our commanders. I don't know how offense or defense or anything works in this game. We are treated as the attacker because this belongs to them already. Okay. You all are able to join the battle again. Please do so. You all... I got some doubts. But you're going to try your best, and we'll see. That's the wrong flag. So, Northern Dalmatia took over as the commander. I assume that that's a better commander than mine? Maybe. Okay, we've piled more troops in. We're waiting for this levy to get to the front. They're on the coming to the front still. Please come to the front. There we go. Okay, so we're rebuilding a flank. Thank goodness. It's going horribly, though, because they have cavalry here. We just don't have much. 5,000 people must go to war. Naples has measles. If you thought that losing the war wasn't bad enough, but wait. Measles return. Good thing we have a hospital. Alright, the right flank has fallen again. More troops, in you go. Is it possible to redeploy across the flanks? So we are getting close to bursting through the middle. If we can reinforce again... there they are! There they are! Duh! So many dead Italians. But I give you what is known as victory. I give you what is known as an absolutely unearned victory, sending every single levy, except for a few, into the pile. We lost more than they did. We learned more than they did, amazingly. And we held and held and held. And now we unite the armies. And they're called the Queen's Glory. And that's pretty swell. And our friends are losing a battle here. Maybe. Our friends have lost a battle there. Cap. So silly. I think this is basically all we can do is just continue sieging. We are going to have you all move to blockading now. Throughout the Adriatic Sea. Why are the 5th Navy? The numbers are so strange in this game. I don't know where they come from exactly. You will be, let's see here, floating the fearsome flotilla. Flotilla. Good. 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 Amazingly, our manpower is still going up. Love that. If we get to 100, we can make some, or 50. At 50, we make some cavalry. Now, cavalry in the mountains shouldn't have been working as effectively as that last group did. It's frankly amazing. Amazingly, also, the Hungarians let us keep the northern territory here. Man, once we siege this down, I'm considering marching to our capital. The provincial capital. We could try to cut off this province to embarrass them. I think they can't separate peace. Because it's the same war leader. Oh, what's this? That's participation. War enthusiasm is very low for Croatia, but high for everyone else. War exhaustion, none less. None yet, rather. Okay. Our stability is very low. But everyone else is low also. We're still fairly enthusiastic. Okay, so the war can keep fighting for a long, long time. But yeah, I am seriously considering marching to their provincial capital and cutting that off. The Serbians, the Bosnians, I'm less interested in some measure. Also, the HRE is taking more northern territory. I need you to please stop that. I have other things to do. This group annoys me. Not to be rude, but I'm very annoyed. So I'd like to break off... How do I do this? I don't want to break off half, just a portion. Consolidate regiments. Is that a good idea? Sure. Don't know if it actually is. Seems good, though. Make a new army. Good. I'm going to borrow some levies. Some levies. What's this left number? Okay, that's their amount of experience points versus their morale. Who has the highest experience, I wonder? Wow. So really low experience on basically everyone. I don't know if experienced people just died. It's possible. Okay. You are going to be... Croatian? Cleanup. Give you a commander again. You have good assault, correct? Good. Okay. Down the mountain you go. Get him, get him. Okay. We have a lot of money. I'm actually amazed at how much money has come in during the battle, during the war. We have more levies if we want them. Right now, I don't. Also, there it is. This is the thing that popped up previously that crashed the game. That we're missing wood. I'll be happy to make some wood. So there's a lumber mill you can build. What's that do? It just tools into wood. And I guess you can build it literally anywhere. Which kind of surprises me. You don't need to have trees nearby to do it. Cool. I'm going to next up make additional wood cutteries in the lumber area. Yeah, RGO comes next. Trying to get jobs for everyone. Okay, good battle there. Absolute stack wipe. Well done. I guess we're going to head here and try to siege down very quickly, and then we can step back. The only trouble is we can't see anything. If the Hungarian army shows up, we got problems. How do I have my, what's it called? My base, my Terran base. How do I do one of those sensor scans to see into the darkness? Command tower? That's not it. What's the StarCraft Terran base called? Construction center? You know what I mean. Okay. 2 weeks on that. Got an achievement called the Welfare State. I have 20,000 food saved up. Only a spy network would do it. That's pretty smart. A spy network might do it indeed. The Sentry? Nah, not Sentry Tower Online. The game is paused, don't worry. Don't worry, team. Oh no! Oh no! Because, what's it called? Because my program crashed, everything is capturing now. This is why we don't restart anything ever. So annoying. So annoying. Okay, there we go. StarCraft Terran base. Command center. Okay, so command center has a kind of scan thing. Scanner sweep. Cost energy reveals a larger of the map, including the cloaked or burrowed units. That's what I need. Does anyone have a StarCraft mod for this game? Gotta find a way to see what's doing up that way, but it's going okay right now. So though we defeated the Hungarian horde, I still live in absolute fear of it. I guarantee it's going to be another very tough battle. And this time I could raise more troops, but I don't think I exactly want to do so. I occasionally watch someone on YouTube who does very, very silly playthroughs of StarCraft, or multiplayer StarCraft, rather. He, the video from yesterday was like, I asked ChatGPT what builds to do in Grandmaster level multiplayer. Then he does these ChatGPT builds. Or, let's do literally all of our fighting by having our command center move forward. And so he builds command centers and flies them into the enemy base. It in some ways makes a mockery of multiplayer. He's of course incredibly good at micro and so on, but it's a silly moment, and I get a kick out of it for sure. As many of you know, I don't play multiplayer anything really. I find it not super fun, but yeah. Okay, I believe this is the last piece of Croatia to take right there. My ship's not repairing, that's fine. Locations are depopulating, this is everyone is dying. We need more lumber, working on it fam, don't worry. The clergy's still angry, they're getting closer to happy though. A lot of building problems, the heir's a kid, that's not an issue, that's just a fact of life. Yeah, so we're going to have a bit of an economy hit as this war ends, of course. The part of our population would have died here. If you only been attacked by Terran commanders, you would have laughed and laughed. I don't know what the guy's name is. I'm sure at least one of you have seen it, but it's a... he used to be an incredibly good top-tier player. He's definitely Scandinavian, whatever the guy's name is, but... yeah, he does these very, very silly builds, often in like major tournaments where he could win money. And I think that's the only way he can find people who are sufficiently skilled to play against him. And so he gets a real kick out of trying very, very non-meta builds for his playthrough. It's also a very engaging commentator explaining what he's doing while playing very, very quickly. There they are. There they are, there they are. High morale. We have a fort here now. I don't quite know how that changes things, if at all. Well, not at all. Surprised they're there. Wait. Did the fort not change over? No forts. Euthermal, I think that's right, yeah. I thought I saw a fort changing hands. Perhaps not. Well, this could be exciting again. Do we just go with who we have? Okay. 191 horses. 147. 7,469 infantry. 9,000. How do you kill someone with command centers? Instead of getting the scanner upgrade, there's some like battle command center upgrade where there's a large gun on top of command center. And so you just build a bunch of those and move forward step by step, protecting each other. So this group will be joining. I need to raise more troops. I need to raise more troops, obviously, and bring them on in. Army tradition's 44%. Seems pretty good. We have been fighting for a very long time now. Okay, so I can raise them all in the south. Oh, it's a very small group indeed. The people offer all of their sons, believing that this is a holy war, as opposed to a holy... Wait, real quick. If I try to peace out right now, what, if anything, can I get? Literally nothing. Literally nothing is the claim. Even for a tiny bit of money, they say no. Okay. Is it possible to peace out Padua? No. They want to fight still. Okay. They want to fight still. The Hungarian army is moving. they've disappeared now. So I think they have gone here, which might have access. I just can't quite tell. The tactical map that shows attacker penalties for each location. Okay. Tactical map. Thank you. A penalty of +1 to attacker in combat. I don't know what that means. Disadvantages: topography, vegetation, or crossing. So, does this mean the roll is worse each time? Okay, so all of these say how rough it is for the attacker. This is a 0. Okay. I don't see anything that's rougher for the defender. It's just roughness for the attacker. And part of the problem here is that they have forts, but there's not much else we can do. Here we go. The other kid of Robert the Wise Anjou, a bastard son that was ineligible for inheritance of Naples. He was raised as a royal bastard and trained in diplomacy and statecraft, rising to be one of the most prominent members of the Neapolitan court. I don't remember being told of you, my friend, but hello, Carlo. What's that? He's a zealot. He transitions pops faster. The ruler's uncle. I mean, he's the kind of guy I want to throw in the council, I assume, as to be part of the royals. We can benefit from his skills, or will not follow the old king, send him away. So historically he came in. I suspect he's going to try to launch a coup against us. But you know what? Welcome aboard, bucko. All right. It is time to look at a council. I thought we'd get a third council at some point fairly soon, but I guess not. So control's been going up for a very long time. You are a member of the crown. They both are, in fact. Okay. So because this fellow is not legitimate of the king, he counts as being merely a noble. I'm going to leave him to the side for right now then. Crown power, where are we right now? We're at 34. So we could take another noble leader, but we're fine. We're fine. Also, we could change our reforms. The feudal nobility. May at some point. Friends, this is the case. It's now noon my time. It's time for a quick little ad break. Let's go do some crossword puzzle. We haven't done much crossword puzzle recently. I don't know what changed, but let's go do a bit of crossword puzzle, and then we will get to our game again. As always, thank you for hanging out with me. 3-minute ad break. Your reminder to resubscribe if you're on the old Prime there. Hello? For some reason, my camera's not here. I'm going to be very large for a moment. Please do not criticize my pores. Thank you. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. This is the shirt that has the blue mark on it. I keep meaning to throw this shirt out, but I never remember to do so. If you want to backseat me post-stream, just remind me I want to throw this shirt out. Thank you. All right, this goes down to the bottom. Not quite that far down. Okay, very good, very good. Let's see how this goes. So it's an old puzzle from I don't know when, but we were working on it. Let's see how we do in much the same. Looks like we're doing the acrosses here or so, probably. Subway, for example, it's a restaurant, which is too short. It's a city infrastructure. It is a kind of sandwich. No idea. Temper as words. So temper means to limit one's word or maybe soften one's word. The soften doesn't fit and limit feels a little awkward. We'll leave it blank for right now. This is probably a Monday puzzle, yeah? It's a Monday puzzle indeed, so it is a little bit slower going. Also, apparently I've had it open for 13 hours. Whoops. Really cheer up. Let's say a late. We'll see if that's right, maybe. We then have part of a Debussy title. Debussy. Can't remember right now. Blank friendly, 4 letters. I was gonna say eco-friendly, but seems a little off. The Crimson Tide informally. That is Bama, I believe. Catapults. To throw, to yeet. Catapult can be to launch forward or over, so possibly. Snaps. Goes crazy, breaks, not sure. Increase gradually. The opposite of ebb. Scherfen, who holds the record for most alpine skiing World Cup victories. Before this minute, I did not know it was a thing. Dwelled. So lived among. How about abided? How about abided? Doesn't fit, unfortunately. Traumatized. Traumatized. Hard ones. To the down, then. Little puff piece. Little puff piece. I'm thinking like something involving marijuana, possibly. The word pipe would fit, possibly. Bong fits. A toke fits. These are all possible bits. The across is what? 19 across. Collapsed. Fell could be wrong. Hey, Philomen, how's it going? Back to the game in a minute, I promise. So if it's toke, that's an E. If it's bong, it's a G. If it's pipe, it's an E. Huh. It might be fell, we'll see. A Santa tracking organization. So NORAD tracks where Santa sleigh is overnight. Fonta de Blanc. This is either a cheese or a place. It's a Fontana de Blanc. Is it Rossi, maybe? I'm not sure. Extracts used in aromatherapy. Antioxidant drink brand. No idea. Rapper who is one half of Outcast. It's Big Boy. Yeah. Sea Eagle. I felt a turn. Apparently it's not. Brings the house down. Brings the house down. Like to veto, to bring big demolition would do it, but this one is guy who's out for blood. I want that to be right. All right, leave it as is. Mondays are my worst enemy, but a good start anyway. We'll get back to that a little later. For now, though, friends, we have 1 hour stream remaining. As always, I thank you for hanging out with me. Let's see how the game continues. We're involved in a war that we are winning, question mark, question mark, question mark. And it really comes down to, does this reinforcement get down here before Hungary swings about? And is Hungary going to continue being very aggressive to try to save this city? A war is coming. They're to the north. Okay, so it seems they decided to walk straight through this time. We will likely lose, they say. Holy cow, their commander has a 100. I have yet to see a 100 in anything. Their commander has a 100 in combat. Well. Our army will surely arrive before here. Hey, how's it going? Been enjoying the pack openings on TikTok? Funny to see me there. I'm not using Twitch for months. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been doing pack openings on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and I'm glad you're enjoying my foray into Magic the Gathering. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you for coming by and saying you enjoy it. Largely, my community of YouTube viewers and my community of Twitch viewers are different people. The gaming and the MTG are not one and the same, but I'm glad that you're enjoying both. Why can't these armies combine? I marched them out and then back again? That's weird. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, our levies are nearly raised here. I have 55 money. How much is it to get an army of mercenaries? I've never done this before. Okay. So we can see here the various mercenary groups. The most expensive ones are in the 300s. So mercenary groups are not that many soldiers, actually, all things considered. They seem like a tiny little bonus, maybe? A little buff, possibly? As opposed to being a massive force meant to smush you. Or smush the enemy, rather. I like that this group brings their own resupply wagons. How on earth does one decide? Because this group here has much more in the way of raw troops than this one. But it's ruled by a commoner who's bad at combat. This is probably a waste of money, but I want to do it to see what happens. What's this? Oh. Got it. Maybe got it? Simply hiring the commander costs that much. Bringing in any troops makes it even more expensive. Oh, that's terrible. I was... The commander with a 3 in Marshall wants 51 money? Yeah, crazy expensive indeed. If I go for the cheapest possible one, I can't afford a single footman. Wow. If I go back a screen, I'll see. I mean, I see the higher mercenary. Oh, it does say leader. It does say leader indeed. I assume that you picked the leader and his troops came also, but I understand what you're saying now. Alright, well, comes down to this. I believe we've seen recently if we can peace out. The answer is absolutely not. Why did I accept this war? Oh! The siege is completed. Their capital is ours. Does that change matters? It does not. It does not. Does that mean that we are now the defenders? The terrain is to our benefit. I think it was like a 30% chance of rolling success that time. Well, here comes the boom. Their commander is not a 100. Oh, that's my side. Sorry. Their commander is a 100. Toward thy Mirklos. Okay, my army's in. I can't unify them during battle. It's right flank. It's right flank, though. My levies are still not ready. I should have moved the Naples army over. I absolutely should move the Naples army over. I actually kind of forgot it existed. So they're taking more losses than we are in terms of pure numericality. The nobility demands privileges. Meh. Don't you understand that I'm busy? The privileges of the nobility have been under continuous assault as the queens attempt to centralize more and more control. The nobility have lost their patience. They're demanding they're given back what they believe is theirs. Accept their claims. They get 5 years of happiness, but the peasants are cranky, or ignore demands. They just get big cranky. I believe I'm getting more taxes from the poor than from the nobles. Yeah, by a huge amount. And how much unhappiness do they get? 20. They'll be pretty unhappy for a while, but I'm going to ignore them. Okay, so the question is going to be morale, I believe. Oh boy. This is a very close battle. I wish there were anything I could do to help. man. Okay. We lost. It was really close, but we lost. So they're going to try to siege that back. Ah! That's too bad. I thought we had a possibility of winning that one, but no. Is it now time that we should try to peace out and accept that we've lost this thing? How big is their army still? Yeah, we only have 1,000, they're 9,000. So they were able to recover people that I was not. That is the end of the war. There's nothing else to say. They will not accept a white peace now. They want war reparations. They want either 180 money right now, or they want war reparations. I think giving them money now is fine. We'll have to dig out of debt, but we'll be okay. Ah! I thought we had that battle. I'm so annoyed with myself. So, had I brought over the defenders from Naples, we probably would have won. Yeah. There's a real sense I don't have yet of what battles are worth taking and which are not worth taking. Their armies of trading maybe sit tight, but I only have 1,500 troops plus, I guess I have 2,000 back home. You think they'll trit down far enough that I could fight them? I don't mean to say it's not true. I don't mean to say that you are mistaken, my friend. But I guess I can give it a minute. But if they take that back, they're going to come embarrassing me. Or embarrass me, rather. I think, yeah, one threat 0. Let me see. Yeah, their morale is happy. I think it's over. Yeah, I refuse to even watch. There's no possible way in which this works out. Unfortunately. This me? No. Bring me me. Okay. So there you go. Lot of dead Italians. Lot of Italians. Peace in our time. I believe my standing armies are all dead again. I don't mean to laugh at another tremendous loss. Yes, we have no regulars remaining. Everyone go home, please. I don't want to say we haven't won a war, because we did indeed get Dalmatia here, but it has been a rocky time ever since. I'll get the exiled armies home once they stop running away. Okay, for the next little bit, I think we kind of just like hang out and get our money back. The queen is unmarried still. Is that true? Yeah, the queen is still unmarried. We have an heir, but we gotta fix that. Alright, we'll go and pull back on our diplomatic spending in a big way. I should probably figure out who's angry with me for going to war so often. That might be a good idea. I'm gonna go negative 0.5, that's fine. 0.05 rather. Our legitimacy at 67. Did I lose prestige for being a fool? Possibly should have. We could push the minting again. We're gonna go to 0.05 inflation. I'm okay with that one. The clergy are very happy. I can't tax them. The burghers are very happy. I'm raising tax on the burghers for a little while. I can't. We're maxed out on that right now. Very well. Yeah, I'm at maximum tax on everyone, it looks like. I don't know why. Anyway, we're pulling in 30 money now. We'll be okay after a while. Just, that was not a good war. So, learning which wars are good wars is important. Okay. We took out a loan to cover our debts. That's fine. Put our levies away now. All levies are home. Except the ones who are running away still. Yeah, Hungary is tough indeed. I mean, that are Hungary, Croatia, Bosnia, and Serbia is brutal. Why'd Hungary join? Because the king of Hungary is the king of Croatia also, unfortunately. So we have some rebels. I'm not too concerned about that. Conversion is still happening here, but I think it's time for us to change over. You didn't take your advice from 20 minutes ago to bring troops from Italy. I brought half the troops from Italy. Half of them came over. I want to suggest that's not the end of the world. But yes, I should have done more. Clearly, yes. Y'all running away yet? Nope. Paying some interest. All fine, all fine. Yeah, I should have brought all the armies over, I guess. So, our cheapest loan is 9. They're all 96. Need to fully commit. More I use, fewer I lose. So, I think the reason... I mean, I appreciate the rhyme there. Let me be direct with you. Anytime we get a rhyme going, I'm very pleased. But... last war, I moved all of my troops across the ocean, or the sea, and then we were attacked on our homeland. And that was very close to being an incredibly, incredibly bad moment. But I recognize that yes, with the glory that is with the glory that is hindsight, it is true that I should have. Why aren't you going home? Where's the go home button? So with the glory that is hindsight, you are correct. I should have done more to bring troops over. You are right. Yes, I will not challenge that. Please go home. Did I order you to move? Make us on the move, I can't send him home. I have no idea. I think this group is running all the way down to Achaia. Which, I mean, to incorporate. That'd be a nice thing to have happen. Hey! Alright! Annexation begins. We don't get Croatia, we get part of Greece, maybe. Go home, thank you. In a moment here, we can begin re-raising our proper army, but I've got to get more manpower coming in, especially if I'm going to lose my entire army every single time. All right, let's get our boats over to Naples. Patrol the seas. Keep Naples protected. So our next goal then is to go to Sicily. We have to stay at peace for a while, of course. Does it work in the claim on Croatia? That's a great question. A really good question. I have no idea. Let's find out. Hello, Naples. Hello, Naples. Wrong page. Okay, Queen? No. Diplomacy. Diplomacy, there we go. The Black Death is here. Cool. All right. I do have CBs against Hungary. No, wrong direction. That's they have CBs on me, rather. I don't think I have CBs on anything right now. Yeah. I can develop one against Sicily. I intend to do that, maybe even right now. But, better diplomacy research, good. Culture tradition goes up. The righteousness of the Roman Catholic faith and its doctrine must remain unquestioned to assure the people of their authority. And again, when I say the church, I mean me, clearly. Disturbing news from Eastern Europe. We recently received the following report from there. Alas, our ships enter the ports. Oh, death, cruel death. Breathing death, yelling death, 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 death. We have a hospital. We have a hospital. We have some debt. What more could one possibly need? I'm lowering inflation again. There we go. So I activate to lower it a tiny little bit. What else can I do to make things better before the Black Death kills us all? There's largely a power sharing agreement between the crown and the nobility. It might be worth giving more privileges to the lower classes. Okay, so we can pay off a debt in a month and a half. Whereas Italian banks are getting all of my money. So last time the Black Death came for us, it destroyed our population in such a way that we were genuinely unable to recover from it. Now, I did go to war during the war. Sorry, during the plague. And that was not ideal by any means. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's my market look like? Same as always? Yeah, I don't think much has changed here. Maybe Tunis has gotten the other half of Sicily. Yeah, I think we had all of Sicily before. So I think because Tunis is getting involved, we'll take it over and use it only for ourselves. Forcibly including people in the market. That's how the thing goes. There's sieges in the north. Yeah, the army of Aragon is rampaging through not Spain. We've seen it a few times. So the war for Italy between the emperor and the Pope regent, there's still no Pope in the Papal States. That's very disappointing. The Guelphs are still winning. However, not by a lot. Also love that the HRE is currently on the battlefield. What a guy. So my work needs to be taking Sicily over. We're trying to build a hospital in Mission. We do have a hospital in our capital. I'm kind of in an awkward spot right now where I want to pay off the debt so badly. But I recognize that spending my money on more hospitals is not the worst idea in the world. I just want to make things nice, don't you understand? It's 133 money for a hospital. Yeah. A resorty pays off his debts. I refuse to debt spiral again. I need to pay them off or I'm going to not feel great going into the next part of the game. Don't worry, we'll get the Sicilians, I guess, after the Black Death. Where's the population? There it is, okay. So it's still hanging out in the Golden Horde. Historically speaking, is this where the Black Death is believed to have begun? And do we know anything at all about how the Black Death came into the world? Is it a weird mutation in the human-born disease already? Is it, zoonoetic? Is that the word? I don't know anything about it except for something rats. But how it became a human-consuming disease, I'm unsure, unfortunately. Game Speed 3, we're not really doing anything right now except for waiting for the bad times to come. It's been around before the Black Death event. Okay. One wonders then how it managed to suddenly spark at that moment. But yeah, it's one of those things about history that I think we have some suspicions of, but no certainty on how exactly it sparked in a big way. But is hunting a rodent-like creature for their fur. Really, Shepard? Interesting. So once again, human greed. The problem of society continues. One loan paid off. No more Peruzzi debt. 2 more 94s. We're good to go. Yeah, I know that the advent of international trade certainly didn't do any help for containing diseases. This is why, of course, when one plays the pandemic game, it's so important to control the airport. Is Pandemic also... So Pandemic is the game where you play multiplayer, like, let's save the world from a disease. Is Pandemic also the name of the game where you play as a disease and attempt to mutate your way into Madagascar? I think that they're both named that. One's a Flash game, I'm pretty sure. Why did I get so stuck on Croatia? Like, I've been saying I'm going to attack Sicily for a very long time, and yet Croatia has drawn my attention over and over again. Oh, it's called Plague, not Pandemic. Thank you, unnamed comment. Yeah, Plague is the game where you need to modify who you are and what you're doing. Caffeine, good seeing ya. Okay, it's possible to get... Okay, we can pay off another debt right now. Awesome. So we're getting it all paid off before the plague gets here, which means it is possible that we could go ahead and build a hospital too. Good, good. Pandemic's the board game. Okay, 1 second. I know Plague Inc. is the Steam game. I think there's a Flash game, though. Mutate disease. Classic Flash game. It was called Pandemic. It was called Pandemic. Okay. Well, I can't type. Playing crazy games. Clicking random channels, definitely the way to go. Or random links. Mr. Mine. Should I have a stream day where I just play through games like this? I loved Tycoon Flash games back in the day. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday. Nothing but. Hello? Well, I'd probably install the keylogger now. Oh well, why not? Because Saturday is supposed to be Baldur's Gate 3 day. If not playing BG, but instead playing... yeah, just playing Flash games. Oh, people will be so displeased with me. So displeased. Alright, the Senate wants to come into being as the plague comes. Save it for April Fool's stream. Not a bad idea. I've been thinking April Fool's stream will probably be RuneScape this year, but I'm not sure. Balance the budget. My budget is balanced. If we do that, what happens? Oh, the loan cuts in half. Okay, so you can do balance the budget while there is a loan in play. Build a cathedral. 84 money for a cathedral building. Yeah, unfortunately, nobody really wants anything. So, I think we'll just leave that as it is. Until y'all figure out what you want to do. No Senate allowed. Rabble, 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 rabble. Okay. Oh, I can't ignore the disease. It is coming, but slowly. So, but we know that the Black Death did a real number on Europe. Do we know where else it got to in the world? Like, did it do a real number on Middle East, on Turkey? Did it go east into China and into to Japan? Did it get to the New World somehow? I doubt it came to North America. Because there wasn't knowledge of it for the quote-unquote old world then. But it did get into Africa, into Middle East. Fascinating, yeah. Unfortunately, like most other Americans, I had a profoundly Eurocentric story of humanity. How do I switch money? I feel like I'm getting more money per month than I'm supposed to, or I'm getting distracted way too often. Anyway, the loan's been repaid. Everything that comes in now is mine, oh mine. It's possibly being distracted, and months are going back faster than I'm realizing. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. So hospital is the next build. That's 130, I believe. And we can at least get it started before the plague comes. What is my second most populous city? Actually, I don't have a city, do I? Salerno is 1,500 money to make something a city. Brutal. Okay, what's your population? 43,000. Our capital is 250,000. Our total population is more than that. So, top 5 location. Wait, historical population. Oh, I thought that meant like actual real world history. It's just the history of the game. Where'd everyone go, Resorty? Where'd they all go? So, we're seeing gains and losses there as top and bottom locations. If I look for sheer population, Naples and then Caserta. Is that like Caesar possibly? Caserta is the next most populous place. They're all peasants though. And so Cosenza is the next non-peasant horde location, I believe. So where is that? Where's Cosenza? Hello? Down here, okay. So you all are going to get a hospital. You have genuinely nothing there. I can't give you a hospital. Alright, can Salerno get one? You can, if I have the money. Okay. I need to, like, build some cities and roads and other things. I don't know how this works. All very confusing. A month just went past. I did earn the amount of money I expected to that month. Is the plague developing more slowly than last time? It seemed to me that last time it went west very, very quickly. I mean, the plague definitely popped early. I think it was like 1330 something. 1340 maybe. It popped for the Netherlands playthrough. That was awful. And maybe the winter's slowing it down. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Okay. Nobility and clergy are both big cranky. I could lower taxes, but I will not do so. A month and a half until we have enough money for the hospital. How's the integration going? We're at 18 out of 333 points. The big issue here, number one, wrong culture. Number two, they have a whole bunch of territory for us to pick up eventually. So we'll have a little foothold in Greece. What we're going to do that I don't know. Wait, the Noble Empire? You call it the Noble Empire. What's that? Byzantine nobles. Okay, so the king of the Ottomans... Sorry, the Byzantines has a place called the Byzantine Nobles also. How does that work? Oh! We have two basilicii. Yeah, so the Empress is of the standard family, Palaiologos. This one is of Marzomis. Interesting. They're at war. It's a civil war, I just now noticed. Could I use that to grab this? I could go out with no CB and just be an absolute monster. So we're much stronger than the Byzantines. The nobles are insignificant. So probably the Byzantines will win. There's no time for grabbing things. What matters right now is merely and only building up infrastructure so we stay alive. And then also preparing for war in Sicily. We will not be distracted from the true cause of bringing Sicily in line. Across the country, an increase in the commons. Shared land between the commoners has been noted. The burghers hate it. They want enclosure. The last playthrough with the Dutch, we upheld the commons because something sharing. Yeah, we don't need food. We have lots of food. And so we can suffer in the commons together as the disease comes and gets us. 67,000 people have died. Maybe this time it won't expand to the west. This is a game of what might have been. What might have been if the Golden Horde stayed home? What might have been if many things? I need more lumber again. So that'll be the next build. I should probably build up the lumber location as high as I possibly can. We seem to always need more lumber, of course. I believe this is my only lumber location, unfortunately, but I'm going to build up one more of them, and that really is all I have. Do I have alchemy research in tier 1? Wait, is there really something called alchemy? I know that one can get the remedies. I've been told this is a complete waste, though. You get nothing other than your people appreciate your trying. So, I don't really know what research I have. I'm kind of selecting somewhat randomly. Yeah, it's actually possible that I've not gone into the Renaissance yet. I don't believe that any of the institutions are here. Okay, we've gone to scholarly treatises. We've done that. And alchemy. We say tier 1. What's that mean? If I zoom out, can I find it? This is max zoom out. Okay, it's an age 1 item. Got it. Got it. There it is. Okay. I guess so. Yeah, it's been researched. So we might stay alive a little better than otherwise. Swell. Okay, it's to the N. Definitely looking every few minutes will help us. No! Oh, come on. Earlier today I said, like, it seems like they got the bugs worked out. It's not crashing anymore. This is our 3rd crash today. Well, that's lame. That's really lame, honestly. Huh. I wonder what's going on that my game is crashing so regularly now. There wasn't any kind of, like, weird pop-up. I was scrolling, maybe? Hi again. Possibly scrolling? Sorry for no good info. Good luck. Crying face. Yeah, I always wonder, is it some combination of my streaming while playing? Maybe I'm doing too well. I appreciate that. They're trying to limit the glory that is me. I think we're gonna call it there. I think we're gonna say it's enough. I'm annoyed by the crashes. Tomorrow, back to it again, I promise. Tomorrow, I will find a way to stop the crashes and other falsehoods I express. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I had a fun time today. I hope that you did also. Should we raid hosty someone? You know, Brickhead, since you generously gave a gift sub earlier, you may backseat me. Do you have someone in particular you'd like me to raid host? I'd be happy to do so. I bet that Paisley might be streaming. We could send y'all her way. She's not streaming. No, there she is. My call? Alright. Paisley's nice. She plays a lot of Civ 7. I encourage you to go there to say hello. She's a graduate student. Please don't ask her about her thesis research. That's very rude to do. Have a good time. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, folks. Goodbye.
Pyramids. I really would love a thing, though. A commander. Oh my god, I wish I had a commander. Well, you know we don't care about happiness here. Oh my gosh. And Resorty, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome